Hello guys, and welcome to another profile tree video. So in today's video we're going to be going through creating a website. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So how exactly do you create a website? Firstly, you want to choose a domain name. So go pick a name for the site and purchase it that best suits your business. You can purchase it from a domain registrar like GoDaddy, and you can choose something of the sort like something memorable, something short, something that can represent your site. The next thing to do is to get web hosting. So web hosting services provides the storage and computing power to host your site online. Popular hosting options include shared, VPS, dedicated, and cloud hosting plans. Just make sure to consider bandwidth needs, scalability, as well as the costs. Another thing you can consider is to pick a CMS platform, and that means content management system. Now, a content management system is the underlying software that will make building and managing your site so much easier. You do get popular options like WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, as well as Squarespace. Now, the best thing to do is to install your CMS. So most hosts today have auto installers that will install the CMS with just a few clicks. For manual installs, you'll have to upload CMS files to your host server. When you've picked your CMS platform, select a theme or template. CMS platforms come with free and paid templates to control the overall design and layout of key site pages. Pick one that matches the image you want for your brand. As well as this, you need to customize the appearance. So utilize tools like cascading style sheets, and as well as that, think about the JavaScript if you need to create some functioning items. As well as this, a theme setting to customize colors, font, graphics, and other visual elements. You can often make changes without having to directly edit code. Also integrate plugins and extensions. Plugins add new features like contact forms, e-commerce catalogs, forms, and so much more. Make sure you research these plugins and extensions for the features before you integrate them into the website. Sometimes these plugins can make the actual website itself crash, especially if you are creating a WordPress website. Then please do make sure to just double check the plugins. Then is the time to create the site content pages. So add new pages with text, as well as the images, videos, and other content using the CMS editor. Link to supporting pages from higher level site like about, as well as contact. So make sure you do link those supporting pages. The last thing really when you are creating a website is to set up maintenance and security. So be sure to establish backups, automatic updates, server optimizations, and security plugin integrations to keep your site well maintained. You want to make sure that it's backed up and secure as it continues to grow. So that's one thing as well. Just ensure that you do have a backup file for your website just in case if any crashes happen to the site. So now that we've actually covered the way to create a website on a normal platform with coding as well as these builders, let's get an understanding on how else you can create a website. So with website builders, they are excellent tools for easily creating websites without needing to code everything from scratch. Now here are some of the top options to consider. Wix would be the first one, as it is extremely user friendly. It is a drag and drop builder with 500 plus designer templates. It integrates well with databases, payments, scheduling, email marketing, and more. As well as this, it's great for blogs, stores, portfolios, and other sites. You do have other ones like Squarespace. Now, they would more have beautiful templates for creative portfolios and online stores. It is very customizable as well, with excellent features. It offers e-commerce appointments as well as marketing tools. Now there is another website builder that I normally would recommend as well, especially if you are starting off, which is Weebly. Now it builds sites with simple drag and drop tools. It has over 200 templates suited for all site types. It is a great starter option with more basic features versus the advanced services like Wix and Squarespace. There's other ones as well, like WebNode. It is quick and intuitive to build smaller sites like personal pages and online brochures. Now it does have a very limited template and component selection, but it is an easy way to build these smaller sites. Now a name that you may be familiar with, which is WordPress.com. This is a popular blogging and content management system platform which has an easy website builder tool to create sites from 200 plus templates. Now the only thing is it does lack the e-commerce support, but again it is just ideal for the blogs or if you're creating a portfolio website. Now if you want to primarily focus on an e-commerce website, then I would recommend to go for Shopify. Now it's specialized primarily in e-commerce sites and as well as that with the stores. It simplifies setting up online business with hundreds of professional templates. It does have integrated payment and shipping support. So with these in mind, we're going to go ahead and use a website builder just to show you guys how easy it is to create a website. So as explained earlier on, Wix is a very popular online website builder that allows users to create HTML5 websites and mobile sites through an online drag and drop platform. Now some of the key things to know about Wix is the fact that it has the ease of use. Now I particularly like this website builder due to how easy it is to use, and I would say it's particularly great for those who are starting off and you are a novice. Then this would be the best way to create a website. Now Wix is designed to be very user-friendly and intuitive. Even non-coders can build professional looking websites with slick animations using Wix Editor and its drag and drop tools. So we'll actually have a look at that later on in the video. You do have different templates which we'll showcase now. So there are hundreds of designer made templates across over 20 industries to use as a starting point. So the templates itself is very customizable with room to add your own branding. So let's take a look at some of the different templates that are available on this. So it is categorized, so you do have the option for all templates, design templates, as well as wireframes. Wireframes, which we'll explain later on. With the design templates, these are all created by the Wix team. So this is a great way to start you off, especially if you want to envision what your brand will look like, then this would be the way to go. So say you're going to become a tech company and you want an overview of how it would look, then you can go ahead and select this tech company type template. You can see how very realistic, modern, and simplistic as well on how this entire website looks. It's very appealing to a visitor. So it's using, by the looks of things, a video background, or it's using a still image with animation as the sort of transparent video. Now if we scroll down, you can see the animations within this. So these are very slick animations, I would say. You could see here as well how the bars are moving. Now again, that's just either a black background, and this is just an image on its own. Again, another sort of animation there, as you can see. It all links in very well, and we even have this sort of slider style. It just adds that touch for this website builder. You can't quite believe the fact that something like this has been produced on a website builder like this, especially with Wix Studio. Now you can see, if we scroll down, you can see a little bit more detail onto this tech company. So that's another cool feature there. So I would assume that that's using a video layout or a transparent video to achieve that with a gradient sort of background. Again, just a little bit more information on the bottom there. So I think it is just missing a couple of areas here, which is just a little bit of a bug, but that is very fixable if you are to edit this very template and of course we've reached down to the footer. So another cool thing to know about Wix is the fact that it does have a very responsive website. So if you take a look here, you can see that it's responsive to the tablet version, it's responsive to the mobile version. So whatever you click on, really, it's going to be more or less the same layout as you've seen with desktop. So that's that version there, and if you take a look at the tablet version, it's more or less the same. It's got the same sort of dynamic style. So I would recommend to take a look at the different templates that have been designed by Wix. You do have the option to select which industry you're in. So with this, you could see that you've got the business industry, you've got technology industry, creative, fashion and beauty. You've got the different types there. So are you going to be building an e-commerce website? Is that the website you're looking to create? Are you going to create a portfolio website? Are you going to create a one-page website? Is it going to be a company site? So a couple of different options there. It sort of filters out which would be the best for e-commerce, which would be the best for portfolio, same for one page, as well as a company site. With features, this is more or less to do with what this template has. So stores, again, would just be more or less just e-commerce based. You've got bookings as well, where if you've got, say, a dental type website, you can go ahead and book in, or like something to do with massage therapy or yoga, as you can see there, yoga, meditation. And then of course you've got your portfolio here. So these are more or less just a one-page website. I wouldn't really call them anything else apart from that. So these are all just one-page websites, as you can see. And you do have the blog area here, where these will be filled with different types of blogs, and you can create categories on them as well. So another cool thing about the templates is that you do have wireframes. Now, wireframes isn't the traditional way we normally would think. So of course, with a wireframe, you have a design in mind that you draw out, that, oh, okay, I'm gonna draw this out in black and white. I'm going to have a picture here, I'm going to have paragraphs there, section here, give me that there. So that's all to do with, of course, hand-on writing, or hand-on sort of graphics. That's the sort of way you would do that particular wireframe. But with Wix, what they've done is they've actually, instead of wireframes, they've more or less done placeholders. You can see with the images and the text that they have, with the hero section, you can see write a title here, click and add a title. So we'll actually view this just so you guys have an idea. So image or video background on at the back, as you can see, we've got a sticky header on the top, but it does fade away once blended into the top. More or less the placeholder, you can see, is just basic text. It's nothing to do with any sort of business. Again, scroll down, you can see that these are areas where you can replace the content. There's plenty of different ways you can grab content. With the AI that we have now, like ChatGPT, you can add your content in, or if you have your own content in mind, go ahead and place it in. Again, with the images, you can replace that with your own content, and so on. So that is what a wireframe would look like. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and just select a design template, and then we will make a couple of minor tweaks. I'll show you guys how to use the website builder itself, and we'll pretty much just go on from there. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick the construction company website. I'm going to go ahead and click edit. Now, the process of the loading time for Wix isn't actually that long. It's usually about a minute or so, or just under a minute. But of course, in comparison with any other of the website builders, it may be a little faster. What you do have with Wix as well is AI integration. So if you decide that you don't really want to create a website from this, you do have the option with ADI, which is the Artificial Design Intelligence. You can go through that and use the old style Wix, but the Wix Studio is the new platform now. Anyway, this is what the website builder looks like. This is actually the editor side. We'll take a look at the dashboard later on. Dashboard is mainly to do with the SEO as well as your domain names. Very, very easy to use this, and it would be more or less similar to any of the other website builders as well. So the three main parts I would say is your toolbar, your elements, as well as your layers. So if we check it out here, you can see that this section, we have control of changing the height, we have control of changing the width, we can change the responsiveness design as well. So this toolbar is primarily just a customizable part. So we can see that the background there is a video. Depending how you want to create your website, I more or less prefer to have video background. I think it's nicer than having a slider. Sliders can slow down the build of the website, so it just depends. With these website builders, you can only hold so much storage. Of course, with the more storage that you use, then the higher the plan. So the pricing plan will, of course, go up. So that's just something to consider. Now, in terms of the other parts of this website builder, you want to take into consideration the actual build. So say that you aren't too happy with the template here. There's a couple of changes you want to do, like add a section. You can go ahead and click on that little plus button there. You have options to change up your columns. You can change up your layout overall, or just add elements. Another cool feature about Wix is the fact that you do have the option to go ahead and just select a design section. Now these design sections, you can see that I can go ahead and create a welcome section, about section, services section, products, team, and so on. There's so many different options in terms of design. So I would go ahead and scroll through them and just check out to see which one is best suited for your site. But just say I'm creating an e-commerce website, so I want to go ahead and drag and drop this in. So we'll replace this section instead for this one. As you can see, it's now created this. Now with the header itself, I actually want to go ahead and change the header so that it's a sticky header. So there's multiple ways to change this. You can see that it's a pin type. We'll go ahead and say that it is default or sticky. We'll just have it as sticky. So because the pin background, of course, is how this looks here. So we could just have it as sticky. And then we'll probably change the background so that it is different shade of color. So we'll just do that for the meantime, just for this video. Of course, change it to how you want it to be. Okay, probably this one would be nice for the meantime. Of course, with the design, we'll not worry about that too much. But that is pretty much the sections there. You can add several different sections onto here, which are design sections. Like so. So you have the team, you've got projects, testimonials, banner. So choose whatever is relevant to your business. And what's great about it as well is, yes, you can change certain parts of it as well as the different fonts. Now, if you're struggling to change the overall font of the site, then you can go ahead and click on site styles, and then you can change the different fonts. So at the minute we do have mix metaphor text. So for each one, that is the site style for it, and I can go ahead and change the entire site as well. So if I just click on this, and then I can apply that for each one, and then you will see that it will possibly just change this bottom one. Usually it will have to be manual, but that can be easily done on the toolbar. So as you can see, I didn't actually change it, so that was the heading. If you do go into that issue, that's no problem at all. You can go ahead and select the part itself there, and then we could just search up Wix metaphor display. So it'll change it for you. You can see now that the actual text and font is changed. Now, in terms of the other parts as well, layers is a very important part to the website. So if you select a specific section, you can go into layers and you can actually see what's on that section. So What I recommend as well is to name your sections. This will be less confusing as well in future if you are trying to work on the project. But guys, that pretty much reaches the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy watching this. If you did, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.